Imagine waking up tomorrow to breaking news. Elon Musk has been elected president of South Africa. No more rumors, it's official. Headlines flash across the globe. Markets react. X, the platform once called Twitter, explodes with comments and breaking analysis. What would happen to our economy, our electricity, our jobs, and our place in the world? Today on Global Edge with Martin, we explore a bold what-if scenario. What if Elon Musk became president of South Africa? Elon Musk's story starts right here. Born in Pretoria in 1971, he attended Waterkloof House Preparatory and Pretoria Boys High School. From an early age, he showed a fascination with computers and rockets. At 17, he left for Canada and then the United States, the launch pad for his journey with Zip2, PayPal, Tesla, SpaceX, Neuralink, and more. Yet through all his ventures, he kept his South African citizenship. Legally, that matters, but it's not enough. The Constitution requires that a presidential candidate be a South African citizen, registered to vote, and resident in the country. Musk hasn't lived here since the 1980s, so before politics, he would have to return, re-establish residence, and commit to the South African electoral system. That alone would make world headlines. Imagine the impact of that first move. Property prices in Pretoria and Cape Town could spike as investors rush to be near his new base. Tech companies might scout for offices, expecting opportunities. The world's media would camp outside the union buildings. Even before a single vote is cast, South Africa would become the center of a global conversation about innovation and leadership. Suppose Musk clears those legal hurdles and wins an election. What next? Markets love bold visionaries. The rand might surge as confidence floods in. International investors could bring billions of dollars expecting pro-business reforms. SE could rally. Credit rating agencies might reevaluate South Africa's risk profile. Elon's reputation for execution, from reusable rockets to electric cars, could convince many that deep reform is finally possible. What policies might he push? Musk is obsessed with engineering solutions. Expect aggressive tax incentives for renewable energy, electric vehicles, and AI research. Expect fast-track permits for gigafactories producing batteries, solar panels, and EVs. Picture Cape Town as a southern launch site for SpaceX rockets, Johannesburg transformed into a Tesla design and AI hub. South Africa could become Africa's Silicon Valley and a gateway for high-tech manufacturing serving the continent and beyond. Now think about Eskom and loadshedding, South Africa's biggest headache. This is where a Musk presidency might hit hardest. He could bring in Tesla's Powerwall and massive megapack storage systems, pair them with large-scale solar farms across the Karoo and Northern Cape, and integrate them with Starlink satellites for smart grid management. He might open the grid to hundreds of private competitors, slashing red tape and forcing efficiency. The blackouts wouldn't vanish overnight. Building grid infrastructure takes years, but a clear plan backed by global capital could transform energy supply faster than anything South Africa has seen. Energy reform could be even broader. Imagine electric buses in every major city, battery-powered trains for long-distance freight, and incentives for households to install solar panels with smart meters connected to a national energy cloud. Farmers in remote areas could power irrigation with solar microgrids. By cutting diesel imports and stabilizing supply, South Africa could save billions each year and dramatically reduce carbon emissions. Jobs and innovation would follow. New factories, research centers, and space infrastructure could create tens of thousands of skilled and entry-level jobs, from robotics engineers and AI developers to electricians, welders, and construction crews. Universities could partner with Tesla and SpaceX, creating scholarships and advanced research labs. A new generation of South African scientists and entrepreneurs might emerge. The current youth unemployment crisis, one of the worst in the world, could ease dramatically if even part of this vision came true. Beyond tech, knock-on effects would ripple through agriculture, transport, and tourism. Lower energy costs could revive mining operations and attract manufacturing. High-speed internet from Starlink could boost small businesses in rural provinces. Tourism could benefit from cleaner cities and better transport, creating more service sector jobs. Let's zoom in on the first 100 days. Musk is famous for rapid action, sleeping at factories during Tesla production crunches, firing off all-hands emails at 2 a.m. Imagine that energy applied to government. Day 1. A speech on the Union Building steps announcing a Digital South Africa initiative. Within days, he could order Home Affairs to shift ID and passport services online. An emergency ESCOM task force, including global engineers and local energy experts, could begin a full audit of power stations. A live dashboard might show every watt generated and every rand spent. His cabinet could include a finance minister from the tech world, an energy minister with engineering credentials, and an education minister from a global university. Would Parliament accept such outsiders? The debate would be fierce, but the public might welcome a break from traditional politics. In those first months, he could push for open grid legislation, letting households and small firms sell excess solar power back to the grid. He could sign off on nationwide Starlink coverage and announce a 10-year plan for electric buses and rail. Each move would dominate global headlines, keeping South Africa in the spotlight and attracting fresh investment. Education. Musk often talks about the need for curiosity-driven learning. Imagine every South African school connected to high-speed internet, with AI tutors offering personalized maths and science lessons in all 11 official languages. Coding and robotics could become core subjects from grade 1. He could create scholarships for engineers and entrepreneurs, and partner with universities to build a new African Institute of Space and Energy Sciences. Medicine could leap forward with Starlink. Rural clinics could connect instantly with top specialists. AI diagnostics might detect diseases earlier. Electronic health records could cut waiting times and reduce corruption in medicine procurement. Musk could incentivize a nationwide fleet of electric taxis and buses powered by solar charging stations. South Africa's freight rail could adopt battery electric trains. And while Hyperloop remains experimental, he might launch pilot corridors between major cities, even if only as a long-term vision to inspire engineers and investors. Each of these deep reforms would create new jobs, draw private capital, and lift skills across the population. But politics is never just about ideas. South Africa's political landscape is complex and fiercely contested. The ANC, DA, EFF, and smaller parties all have deep constituencies and powerful allies. Some might welcome a reformist outsider with business credibility. Others would see Musk as a foreign billionaire trying to buy power. Parliament could resist sweeping deregulation. Unions might strike if rapid automation threatens traditional jobs. Provinces could challenge reforms in court. Every bold proposal would face negotiations and public protests. Could Musk's fast-moving style adapt to parliamentary procedure and constitutional checks and balances? That question alone could shape the success or failure of his presidency. Internationally, a Musk presidency would rewrite South Africa's place in the world. How would the United States react if one of its richest citizens led another major economy? Would Washington see an ally or worry about conflicts of interest? What about BRICS partners like China, Russia, India, and Brazil? Would they see South Africa as a stronger tech partner or fear Musk's U.S. ties and unpredictable style? African neighbors might look to South Africa as a continental technology leader. Starlink could extend internet access across Africa, giving South Africa soft power and trade advantages. Trade agreements, defense relationships, and climate commitments could all shift. Musk might push for Pan-African EV standards, satellite launches from African soil, or new space cooperation treaties. The ripple effects would be felt on every continent. And there are real risks. Musk is famous for bold bets and unfiltered posts on X. Could a late-night message trigger diplomatic incidents or sudden market swings? Would he try to run Tesla, SpaceX, and Neuralink while managing the complex machinery of a national government? Could he stay focused on South Africa's deep social issues? Poverty, inequality, education, when global projects demand his time? Would ordinary South Africans feel represented by a globe-trotting billionaire making decisions from a boardroom jet? Economic concentration is another concern. A president who also controls major technology firms could face conflicts of interest. Would government contracts favor his own companies? How would antitrust laws and public watchdogs keep that in check? History shows that mixing business empires and political power is rarely simple. To bring it together, imagine 3 possible futures. Best case. South Africa becomes the Silicon Valley of the Southern Hemisphere. Load shedding ends, unemployment drops, education and healthcare leap forward. Africa's first true spacefaring nation emerges. Middle path. Reforms start strong but face political gridlock. Energy improves but not fast enough. Growth is solid but uneven. Musk struggles to divide his time between government and global companies. Worst case. Parliament and provinces block key reforms. Unions strike over automation. Investors lose confidence. Musk's global focus causes missteps at home. The dream of rapid transformation fades into frustration. Which path feels most likely to you? Tell us in the comments. Your perspective matters. Still, the upside is hard to ignore. A tech-driven economy, clean and abundant energy, better jobs and new industries. South Africa repositioned as a global innovation hub. For many, that dream is worth the risk. For others, it's a reminder that real transformation must come from within communities, not from one charismatic individual. So, what if Elon Musk became president of South Africa? The possibilities are thrilling, and the obstacles immense. It would mean rewriting political rules, rebuilding institutions, and balancing global interests with local needs. It's a future that invites debate, hope, and caution. What do you think? Would you vote for Elon Musk if he returned home to lead the country? What challenges or opportunities do you see that we haven't covered? Drop your thoughts in the comments, share this video, and let's spark a conversation that reaches far beyond South Africa's borders. If you enjoyed this deep dive, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss another big what-if analysis here on Global Edge with Martin.